Look at her. Look at her mama, man. Look at her. Okay, so today I will be teaching you how to do some 3D art. So a lot of people use the shape crystals or the round crystals. I personally today am going to use the round crystal. So I've been using this Macart rhinestone glue, and personally I am not a big fan of it. With bigger charms, my charms still come off. I've used Valentino rhinestone glue in the past and it actually worked and held on the big rhinestones. But for the sake of this video, we're going to use the rhinestone glue from Macart. So you want to add a little dab of the glue and then add your rhinestone on there. It's actually good for smaller rhinestones and for like 3D flowers when you want to use rhinestones for them. But let's throw that in the LED lamp and cure it. So now our rhinestone is cured. I bought these brushes from Amazon, and here are the two sizes I have. You definitely want to go with the bigger size brush. It has a lot more room and flexibility for you to actually create the shape of the flower that you want instead of the thin one. So we're going to go with this bigger brush. See how nice and big it is? It's definitely perfect for 3D art. Okay, personally, I love Valentino color acrylics for any 3D art, whether it's flowers or just something that you're trying to create. It has the perfect consistency and it dries pretty fast to where you can maneuver the art and design that you want to do. I'm going to run my brush in my monomer and just tap it on the side. You don't want it super wet because then your little petal is going to go all over the place. You're going to dip the tip in just a little bit. You don't want too much acrylic on it, just the perfect size for the first petal. And I'm going to place it right under the rhinestone. Not too much because it will seep into the rhinestone, but just perfect. Let it sit for a couple seconds, and then you want to use the belly of the brush and the tip. Apply the tip right under the rhinestone and then press the belly of it down, and it'll give you the first form, just like that. And then you're going to use the sides of the belly and the tip and just move the side, and I'll also do that to the other side. And then in the middle, if you want that nice petal with a tip on it, just bring it down and then form the two sides towards the middle, kind of like a V. And then there you go. There's one petal. And then you can always adjust it to how you want. I like to have the little lines in it. It makes it look more realistic. So I just go back in with my brush and just adjust any little spots that I want to look more realistic and have more of a pop. Using that same method, you're going to do the same thing from the top. I like working from the top and the bottom, or bottom to top, either one, and then do the middle so I know how many petals I'm going to have. Some people do a lot more petals or make theirs bigger, but this is just for tutorial purposes. So same method from tip in the belly. You're going to press down and form your petal. Look at that, it's perfect. And go side to side again to form it out a little more. And then you're gonna bring the rest of the acrylic down to form that little V for the petal. Now the middle ones are gonna look a lot different. Well, not too much, but they're gonna have more of a rounder shape for the inside. And I'm gonna place 2 of them here. Normally I do 3 when I make a bigger flower, but we're gonna do 2 today. So you're going to do the same thing and grab a little bit of acrylic. This bead is going to be a lot smaller to fit in the middle since you're going to fit 2 petals in there. And you're going to place it on the side. If your other petals are wet, I personally would wait because it will seep into the other petals that you already started and it's going to look nasty. So the same method, you're going to do the tip and belly and just press down. The same like the other 2 that we just did. And press it down, and you see it already formed just a round petal. And then I'm going to go in and just spread it out a little more using the tip and belly of the brush and form it into more of a rounder petal. Boom, and there we go. Now you're going to do the same thing for the other ones. So we're going to have 4 little round petals. Grab a small bead and place it on the side of your other one. Since it dries fast, I'm just going to do it in the same area rather than going to the other side. But if your acrylic dries slower, I would go onto the other side rather than put another bead next to the wet one that you just did. And going again, tip and belly, press, 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 and then form it how you want it to look. And you can already tell it's a flower, it's coming all together. And then you're going to apply that same method to the other side. If you end up adding too much acrylic or you stretch it out a little too much to where it doesn't look as uniform as the other side, you can always adjust the top and like round it out, pat it down to where it'll look the same as the other petals while it's still wet, because once it dries you won't be able to fix it at all and it's going to look a little wonky. But you're going to do that for your last petal with a small bead, place it down, pat, pat, pat. And there we go, a nice little 3D flower. Thank you guys for watching.